Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon.
We were discussing about mitosis and mitosis taking place in organisms, and we learned both about cytokinesis as well as karyokinesis. Karyokinesis we had learned earlier, the 4 stages in karyokinesis, which are the 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And then we learned about cytokinesis, that is division of the cell taking place in plant cells. And now we need to learn about cytokinesis taking place in animal cells. So once again, we will see cytokinesis, that is the division of cell taking place in plant cells following karyokinesis. And I told that it will take place with the help of a cell plate formation, and this will be formed at the center. This is similar to middle lamella. We have already learned the different layers of cell wall. Hope you're remembering the different layers of cell wall. So a cell plate will be formed at the center, and from there they will be growing outwards and they will meet the walls. So the cell plate that has formed at the center will gradually grow outwards and meet the walls. So that will result in the division of the cell as such into 2 new cells. 2 daughter cells will be formed. Already karyokinesis has been completed, and that will be followed by cytokinesis. And I told you that if cytokinesis is not taking place after karyokinesis, it can result in a multinucleated cell. And along with the division of the cell, the other organelle, cytoplasm, etc. will be distributed between the 2 daughter cells, because for each cell to survive, all these organelles are important. You had learned in detail about the structure, function of all these different organelles. So when the cell is dividing, you know, the cytoplasm and the cell organelles present in it also will get divided between those 2 daughter cells so that they can function properly. And then coming to the cytokinesis, the process of cytokinesis taking place in animal cells. Here it is slightly different. There it was by cell plate formation, but here a furrow. Furrow means a crease or a groove. It will appear in the cell membrane. You know that in animal cells, no cell wall is present, only plasma membrane or cell membrane. And as you can see in the picture, a furrow will be, a furrow means a groove or a crease will appear at the edges, and from there, so it will start here, it will appear here, then gradually it will deepens and meets the center, that will result in the division of the cell into 2 new cells. Once again, in plant cells, a cell plate will be formed at the center. From there, they will grow outwards. From the center, moving outwards, finally dividing the cell into 2. Here, the furrow which has appeared at the sides, which will grow towards, or it will deepen towards the center, and once it meets at the center, it will divide the cytoplasm or the cell as such into 2. I'll show it once again. Furrow appears in the plasma membrane or cell membrane. So here you can see already karyokinesis has taken place here. Now here a furrow will appear. This will, from here, from the sides, it will deepen. It will move towards the center. Once it meets, this will divide the cell into 2 new cells. And that is how cytokinesis or the division of the cell takes place in animal cells. Okay. Now, next what we are going to learn is about the significance of mitosis. You know that mitosis is taking place in our dash cells. Which cells? Huh? If I ask a question, then complete silence for some time. No? Let it be wrong, children. You are free to make mistakes. But I want you to speak. Where is it happening? Where is mitosis taking place? In class 9, you had learned.
Gametes division.
Is it in gametes? Is it for the formation of gametes? Or one type of division is taking place in your reproductive cells for the formation of gametes. The other type is taking place in your body cells. In your body, the whole body, mitotic division. We grow. Your cells undergo damage, then it has to be repaired. For all that, mitotic division will take place. Whereas for the formation of gametes, meiotic division. Okay, we'll see the points one by one. It will result in the formation of two diploid. You know the difference between haploid and diploid. Diploid, there will be paired condition of chromosomes. When it is unpaired, then it is haploid. Say, for example, if you take the case of human beings, 46 chromosomes, so 23 pairs, that is a diploid condition. Just 23, that is the haploid condition. And here, this division, mitotic division, you can call it as equational division. You can call this is equational division. The reason is cell having 46 chromosomes, if it is undergoing mitotic division, you know that two daughter cells will be formed and both of them will be having 46 chromosomes each. The chromosome number is not getting changed. It remains the same. The diploid cell undergoes division and forms diploid daughter cells. That is why you call it as equational division. The chromosome number of the parent cell and the daughter cells will remain the same. So we call it as equational division. And this division is taking place in your body cells. That is how we grow, how we can repair and maintain your body cells, because there is a fixed lifespan for your body cells. Once it is damaged, it has to be repaired for the maintenance of a body. There, for that purpose also, this division is taking place, so that each and every cell in our body will have the same number of chromosomes. You know that the number of chromosomes is fixed in each organism. Once it changes, it can result in an abnormality. And if you take our case, we have 46 chromosomes of 23 pairs of chromosomes. Leads to the growth of multicellular organism. It is with the help of this division that we grow. Growth is taking place. You know that when cells divide, the number of cells will increase, and that is how we grow. You all are in the growing stage now. You're growing in height. It's because of the cell division, mitotic division taking place in your body. It will help in the repairing of cells and replacing the damaged or worn out tissues. Maintains nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio. The ratio between the nucleus and cytoplasm will remain the same. If you compare the nucleus-cytoplasmic ratio of the daughter cells and the parent cell, it remains the same, because the number of chromosomes are not going to change by means of this division. The same chromosome number is maintained in mitotic division. A parent cell having 16 pairs of chromosomes are undergoing division. The daughter cells also will have 32, 32, 16 pairs, 16 pairs, equational division. There is no change in the chromosome number of daughter cells and the parent cell. Mitotic division taking place in meristematic tissues. Hope you are remembering about meristematic tissues. In class 9, plant tissues you had learned. Anybody can tell me, as soon as you hear the term meristematic tissues, what property of these tissues will come to your mind? Anybody? Meristematic tissues present at the tips of root. You have learned about different types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. What is the most important property? Just two words. These are actively You all have amnesia, children? Huh? Whatever you're learning in a particular class, you will leave it there and go to the next class. Nobody can say.
Ma'am, helps in growth.
They help in growth, but what is the unique property?
Actively dividing.
They are actively dividing. Thank God, at least one answered. They are actively dividing cells. They keep on dividing and bring about growth. See, in plants, tissues, you had learned. Broadly, you can classify into meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Permanent tissues, they have lost their capacity to divide. Whereas meristematic tissues, they keep on dividing. They're actively dividing. So this active division by the meristematic tissue, the division is mitotic division. In the meristematic tissues, mitotic division will take place, and that will bring about the growth of plants. And you know that when compared to animals, plants can grow throughout their life, but we stop growing after a particular age. So once again, I will repeat the points. It results in the formation of diploid daughter cells with identical genetic complement. Means both the daughter cells formed will be similar in terms of their genetic complement, in terms of the chromosomes present. If one daughter cell is diploid, the other one also will be diploid. And you can mention that this division is equational division, which means the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells and the mother cell will remain the same. Then this will bring about growth, cell repair, and replacement of damaged tissues. This will help in maintaining the nucleocytoplasmic ratio that is not getting disturbed. Even before division, the mother cell, what she is having or what the cell is having, the same ratio will be found in the daughter cells too. The chromosome number is not getting changed, nor the ratio between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. And mitotic division happens or takes place in meristematic tissues, which is responsible for the ability of the plants to grow throughout their lifetime. Okay? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are going to start with the next type of division. Adulya, completed?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Take it down. Now, next is about meiosis. Meiotic division. From the picture, you can make out that fertilization, the two gametes, male and female gametes are shown. And the formation of these gametes, you call it as gametogenesis. Gametogenesis means formation of gametes. Gametogenesis, or the formation of gametes, takes place in the reproductive cells, and that is by the process known as meiosis. Meiotic division takes place in reproductive cells to form ovum and sperm. And this division, in contrast to what we said just now, there in case of mitotic division, I told it is equational division, but here it is reductional division. If the mother cell is having 46 chromosomes, the daughter cells formed will be having only 23 chromosomes each. And in mitotic division, 2 daughter cells are formed. But here, 4 daughter cells will be formed from a single mother cell. 4 daughter cells will be formed. And you call this process as reductional division, because the diploid cell, the mother cell is diploid, but the daughter cells will be haploid. Diploid diploid mother cell and haploid daughter cells. And here two divisions are there, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Here two divisions are involved, meiotic 1, meiotic 2, whereas in mitosis only one division. Only one mitotic division takes place, but meiotic division, two divisions, 1 and 2. And at the end, we get 4 daughter cells. All of them will be haploid, even though the parent cell or the mother cell which undergoes division is diploid. And this process, as I told you, it is taking place in your reproductive cells and it is for the formation of gametes. And why it is important that this division should take place in reproductive cells for forming gametes? Because you know that the zygote is formed by the fusion of male and female gametes. Sperm and the egg fuses to form the zygote, and from the zygote a new organism will be formed. If in reproductive cells also mitotic division is taking place, they will have 46 each. And when they fuse, the zygote will have 92 chromosomes, which cannot be a human being. So in order to maintain the chromosome number generation after generation, in the reproductive cells, reduction division takes place, and there the chromosome number will be reduced to half. So upon fusing, they can form zygote with 46 chromosomes, and the normal chromosome number will be maintained. Okay? Is that clear? You respond, children. Only then I will understand your phone. Okay, okay. The cell division in which the parent cell divides and form 4 haploid cells. And I think now you don't have any doubt. The terms diploid and haploid, you are thorough, children. Diploid means there the chromosomes will be in the paired condition. But when the chromosomes are seen as unpaired, you call it as haploid. And in this division, the diploid parent cell. So you can mention here the diploid parent cell divides and form 4 haploid cells. Whereas in the previous division, what we learned, mitosis, diploid we represent by 2n. Diploid cell undergoes division and we get 2 daughter cells, both having diploid number of chromosomes. But in this division, the cell undergoing, the mother cell will be diploid, but it will form 4 cells, each one having haploid number of chromosomes. And here just one division. Here 2 divisions are involved. We will learn all that in detail. It is also known as reductional division. And I told you the reason. Because the chromosome number is getting reduced. It is becoming half that of the mother cell. So you call it as reductional division. The chromosome number is getting reduced. Don't get confused between the terms mitosis and meiosis. There is no T in meiosis. Both are pronounced more or less the same way. And in meiosis, E is silent. Mitosis and meiosis. E is silent in meiosis. Okay? Mitosis, equational division. Meiosis, reductional division. You make it in a box or somewhere, highlight it or whatever you are writing. I always used to tell you, make your own tips and tricks to memorize the concepts. It takes place in diploid germ cells or reproductive cells, so that haploid gametes can be formed, and when these gametes fuse, they can give rise to diploid cells, or diploid zygote can be formed, which will help in restoring the normal chromosome number. Okay. Okay, I'll repeat it. Here, the diploid parent cell, the diploid parent cell undergoes division and forms 4. Don't get confused. In mitotic division, just 2 diploid daughter cells. Here, 4 haploid daughter cells. 4 haploid daughter cells. In mitotic division, just 2 daughter cells which are diploid. Mother diploid, daughters also diploid. Here, mother diploid, daughters haploid. We call it as reductional division. The reason is chromosome number. It can be asked, why do you call meiotic division as reductional division? Because here the chromosome number is getting reduced. It's becoming half than that of the, when you compare with the mother cell, it is reduced to half in daughter cells. And where does it take place? It is taking place in germ cells or reproductive cells. For what? For forming gametes. And why it is necessary that reductional division should take place in gametogenesis? It is because this will result in reducing the chromosome number to half, so that upon fusing these gametes, when these gametes fuse during fertilization in the zygote, the normal chromosome number of the organism can be maintained. Now you quickly recap the significance of mitosis. We learned a few points about the significance of mitosis. I'm tired of hearing my own voice. Whom I'll start with? Alina Varghese, any one point? Children, you just see the screen. Or how many of the video? I don't think all these are having genuine problems. See, if this goes like this, I will have to take some serious step. Then it won't be good for both of us. It is better to go in good terms. And if you are turning your video on regularly, once in a while, connectivity issues, I can make out. But some are regularly like this. Then I will have to speak to your parents and find out the reason. You are grown-up children now. Why you want us to do all this? Okay, who is going to answer? Whom I asked? I already asked someone, no? Alina. Alina Varghese. Alina Varghese. Where are you? You got the answer by now? Yes. Now you tell me.
Ma'am, leads to the formation of multicellular organism.
That was the point that I told. It leads to the formation of multicellular organism. You tell me, what is the significance of the daughter cells formed? What is special about the daughter cells formed?
Identical genetic.
You make it simple. If you can't say the same thing, it will have the same. Who can help her? Who can help her to say that answer? Valentina.
Same chromosome number.
Same chromosome number as that of the mother cell. Then next point. Atulya can say next point.
It leads to growth.
It leads to growth, or it brings about growth, or growth is taking place as a result of mitotic division. Then, Zahan.
Ma'am.
Next point.
It helps in cell repair.
Cell repair and also replacement of.
Replacement of.
What has to be replaced here?
What?
Healthy cells will be removed.
No new cells will be made.
That is, new cells are formed for growth. Now repair and then replacement of. What should be replaced, Zahan, from a body? The cells which are already damaged, worn out cells should be replaced. Then, next point. Malavika, Prabil.
It maintains the nucleocytoplasmic.
It maintains the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. Then, Anne-Marie.
And it is also known as equational division.
Why? Why you call it as equational division?
The number of chromosomes are equal in both daughters and parents.
Okay. Any other point we missed out? Any other point we missed out?
Mitosis in meristem.
Mitosis? In? Correct?
In meristem tissues.
Nimita, your photo, in the photo you're looking very pretty, but I want to see your face now. Live I want to see. Where are you? Ah, okay.
Mitosis in meristem tissues helps in the growth, the cell growth.
Growth of plants throughout their lifetime. Okay, I'll take your attendance. So revise what we had covered today. See you next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.